Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your might. This is the most important thing you'll learn. Teach it to your children and make sure they teach theirs.
This whole night to be relationship.
You must never forget that the Roman Catholic Church was involved in slavery, and they have apologized.
From the bottomless.
We must never forget that the Church of England was involved in slavery, and they have apologized for it, using the Bible. Theology. Never forget that the Roman Catholic Church was involved in slavery, and they have apologized for it. We must never forget that the Church of England was involved in slavery, and they have apologized for it, using the Bible. Theology.
Triumphantly. Won't you hear me sing these songs of freedom?
I want you to really hear me when I say this. The Catholic Church wasn't just sitting on the sidelines during the Transatlantic Slave Trade. It was writing the permission slip. When I first started reading these papal bulls, I had to stop. Because they're not vague, they're not coded. They literally told Portugal, go, enslave, conquer. Non-Christians were fair game. That's the church in the 1400s, greenlighting slavery on an industrial scale. And people want to act like it was just the kings and the merchants who did this. Like the church was reluctantly dragged along. No, the church gave it moral cover. It said God is on your side while you shackle people in your holes and steal them from their homelands. And it wasn't just Europe. I'm talking about Catholic priests writing with conquistadors, crossing oceans to save souls with one hand, while overseeing forced labor with the other, baptisms at sword point, encomienda systems that worked people to death, but called it civilizing them. Thing is, it was profitable. That's what people forgot. Those massive cathedrals in Latin America, the seminaries and monasteries in Brazil, built on enslaved labor. The church collected tithes from the plantation, blessed the trade routes, and baptized the slave ships. So when I see photos of those grand altars all gold and marble, I think, who paid for this? Like, not with money, with their lives, with their stolen children. Sure, there were priests who spoke out. Always, there were always people in the church who knew that it was evil. But the institution, the Vatican, it didn't abolish anything, it hedged. It compromised. It stayed quiet while millions were taken. Even when abolition movements exploded in the 1800s, the church would issue these careful, qualified condemnations of unjust slavery. Like, what does that even mean? Which part was just? The chains? The auction blocks? The branding iron? Please, and let's talk about reparations. The church still holds lands, art, gold, wealth that was built on bodies. They'll apologize in statements. They'll talk about healing, but have they given any of it back? Opened all the archives? Funded reparations meaningfully? It's not enough to say sorry. It's enough to hold a mass atonement while you sit on stolen riches. Because here's the truth that no one wants to say out loud. The Catholic Church helped build the slave trade, blessed it, justified it, profited from it. You can't talk about faith, morality, salvation without talking about the chains that they helped forge. If you're going to talk about the church's history, you better talk about all of it. The prayers, the whips, the conversions at gunpoint, the gold. That's the real story, and it deserves to be told.
I want you to think about this. The same group of people who introduced Africans to Christianity are the same people today who very seldom go to church, who are selling all the church buildings to commercial investors. And I'm wondering to myself, if you introduce a religion to other people, and as it stands, you're very seldom, like I said, practicing, it makes me question the truth in that religion. It makes me question the intention behind that religion. It makes me question everything, really.
Oh Lord, they shall kill our prophet them. How long? Won't you hear me sing?